Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode of our Accrington Stanley Career Mode, where today we have ourselves two more games, three games I forgot, where we have we have three games today, where we have Shrewsbury, Forest Green and also Port Vale today. So a little bit of a treat for you as we come into today's episode, but let's get straight into this first game and see what we can do against Shrewsbury. As you can see, currently in the drop zone, but hopefully a decent performance today can send us on the upward trajectory, and obviously they're in the drop zone as well, so hopefully we can grab a few points off of our relegation candidates and against our relegation rivals. Let's go. And here we are, boys, ready for this game against Shrewsbury. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully, away from home, put in a decent performance. Let's go for it, boys. Let's get it. Can't get the tackle in that time, but a good interception there by a defender again, I think, as we're sprinting forward now. Field is making the run forward. Here we go, son. It's the first time he's actually made a decent run ever, I think, and he's played the ball across McConville, and it's not a bad effort goal either. Don't know why Torre didn't go for that, but we've still got the ball anyway. We'll play it into Poli, who can take on his man, the King Italian at the moment, as we'll whip the ball in again with McConville. That was way over hit though. And Shipley brings the ball away for Shrewsbury. As I say that, we've got the ball back. Poli takes the shot, and that, I think, is the worst shot he's ever played for me. We'll lay it off, and that was just in time. Morgan plays the ball back to McConville, who takes on his man and beats Da Costa, whips a ball into the area. It's a good cross and a good header by Torre as well, but unfortunately does get saved by the keeper. But good play there. Shrewsbury a little bit on the front foot here as Hamilton comes out to try and take Bayliss, and it's well done, to be fair. He's done well to cover. I've tried to come in with a challenge a little bit too late there, and Fernandez has covered that gap very well. In the end, he's managed to get through though more, and it's still good defensive play there from Baba Fernandez, but it's played through and it's a good save in the end by Savin. Don't know why he's played that throw that long, but it's worked out. Poli has managed to keep it. It's not going to work out too well for us, but Field has it now. If he can use his pace to beat his man, and he has done so, he can play a ball inside here to Torre, who takes the shot, and the save is made by the keeper. Back outside to Bayliss. Perrott is doing his business on this left-hand side, and it's a good tackle again by Perrott. Right, played to McConville. Can we get this going now? Right, here we go. Morgan to try and find a ball through. It's a beautiful pass. It's with Poli again. The beautiful Italian man has just bagged us another one. This young man is a threat to be reckoned with right now. He's managed to bag himself another one. I don't know how many goals that is now that he's scored for us in the short amount of games he's played. He's not far off of having one game a goal a game so far, and he's bagged another one. Morgan with the assist this time, I'm pretty sure, and it's another well placed finish into that top corner. The Italian stallion right now is killing the game, and that is half time, boys. We're 1-0 up. One of very few times that we've been 1-0 up at half time so far this season, but it is, of course, that man there, Nicola Poli, who has absolutely smashed it again today. Two shots on two shots at target, shall I say. One of them ended up in the back of the net. The other one was a very wayward effort that was lucky to find the back of the net, to say. Lucky to even not end up at the corner flag, to be fair, because that was an awful shot at goal, as you'll see here. The worst shot by far that he's ever played for us, but he made up for it a little bit later on as he smashed us into the lead with a goal into the top right corner, and he's killing it at the minute. The 17-year-old Italian stallion. That is going to be his nickname from now on. And here we go. Back underway as we'll lay the ball out wide. It's with Guest here, who has beaten his man very easily, but very good covering tackle there from Shipley. Throw-in is made by Field to Hamilton. We'll give it back to Field, who can't really do a lot with it at the moment. Guest is making the run forward. We've made the ball a beautiful pass through. Dinks it into the area. It's a good header by McConville, but unfortunately saved again by the keeper. And now back to the wing. Can we find something of a... Okay, that is not at all what I wanted there, but it nearly worked out beautifully. Unfortunately, a poor touch from Poli did come into play, but now it's a chance for them to come forward. Good interception by Guest and Torre. Poli has played the ball out. It's Torre, and unfortunately not quite the pace on it he needed. Field has managed to get the ball off to Poli just. Addy is the man making the run, but it's not quite worked out for us. And again, it's another chance, and it's another interception by Baba Fernandez. Not a good pass out this time, though. And we've managed to block off the main point of attack. As I say that, they've come forward, and it's a good save by Savin. Ball over the top, easily won by us again, and it's with Poli again. You know what? Have a crack, son. Have a crack, and that was a poor effort. So his woes have been let off. It's back with Guest. We'll slide it through to Field. If we can play a ball in, okay, we have to Poli, but Field has a lot of pace, and he's through in the centre here. Can the young man finish for once? No, not this time, as it's blocked by the keeper, but it was a decent shot. Field whips the ball into the centre again, and it is collected by our man again, but it is saved by the keeper. That is full time, boys. We've managed to come away with the 1-0 win. We probably should have added to our tally. But a couple of poor passes in the final third. A couple of decent blocks by their defence and their goalkeeper stopped us from making that. As Poli had a couple of efforts at goal that were long range efforts, just not very good at all. But a 1-0 win is still 3 points. So I really don't care. And that will start helping us on the climb up the table, hopefully. Right, post-match interview, boys. Let's see what they've got to say today. We have a guest here with you handed Jaden Guest his debut today. First display by Guest. Does that encourage you to try more young players? I completely forgot he was our youth prospect that I had to bring in last game because our other right back is injured for a few months. I completely forgot, and we brought him in, and he was a beast at the back today. He killed it. I do believe in our young players because Poli and Guest and Field is started to come into it a bit. Have all started really well. So, can you cope without Clark for this length of time? Our squad is stronger than you think. Clark is our right back, ain't he? So, yeah, he's going to have competition when he comes back if Guest keeps playing the way he did in that game. Will you make changes after the injury to Rogers? I didn't really realise he got injured in that game. But let's just get him back to full fitness, because hopefully he's not out for too long. And we've just come and had a look, and there's another player. that Harvey Rogers is now out for 4 weeks. Just that injury list at the minute is stacking. And 2 player chats. We have great win, boss. That's why I told you that playing me would help us to the 3 points. Well done, you played quite well. And Guest, you played absolutely out your skin. You was killing it today. A little bit slow at the end of the game. Started to get run around a bit, but you still made challenges and interceptions even then. So well done, son. Right then, boys. So another scouting report. Let's see what they've brought back for us today. It's very poor. Jesus Christ, boys. We're struggling to bring through youth players at the minute. My God. Right, so we have 2 more player chats just before we go into the game against Forest Green. So, Dan Martin is saying, just wondering, boss, have I got any chance of being involved in our next game? Yeah, we'll give you a shot. It's only a cup game, so why not? And just wanted to let you know I'm feeling good, boss, ready to come in for Harvey Rogers if you need me next game. Yeah, we'll do that, pal. We'll do that. Don't worry. Here we go, boys. So, we have ourselves our first game of the FA Cup so far this season in round 2, where we're going to be playing Forest Green away from home. Let's hope we can put in a decent performance. We've got a fully changed side, playing some of the youngsters that don't get much game time and other players that don't get much game time. So, yeah, let's see what we're doing. But I was wrong, because Clark... I said that Clark was out for a couple of months, but he wasn't. He is now fit again. But I'm going to see how Guest plays against Forest Green today to see whether he'll get the next game or Clark will get the position back. So yeah, let's see what's cracking. A game very much in the middle of the park so far. Not really had too many chances so far. Lee is the man on the ball. He's got some space and it's been blocked. Sangare back to Lee, who has some space again. And this time it's on target, but it is saved by the keeper. Not a lot of room to get past their defence, which is really frustrating at the minute. Right. March plays it out to Jones. Guest is there covering again as Nottingham is trying to get his foot in here. Neither of the big men at the back from the last game, and it showed up a little bit there as the man gets his shot off, but it's wide of the post. Again, Longjello whips the ball into a dangerous area, and it's a good header, but it is saved by the keeper. But that was very good there from the boys. A good cross, a good position taken by the centre-back, but it is a very good save in the end. As Lee picks the ball up again to Polly, who has not had a lot of space in this game so far. Another bit of space again for Lee, and it's another shot straight at the keeper. Jamil again coming forward. Guest is being run ragged on this right hand side at the minute. Clearly see him as a weak link, but he's not give away any chances in the 2 games that he's played so far. As the ball is played back to Bell. It's back inside now with Jamil Matt. If we can get a challenge in, and luckily that one's over the bar. That man dropped off of Lee there. I don't know why, but okay, it's into Delfonso. If we can spread the ball out now, we can. To Longjello. If he can whip a decent cross into the box, and it weren't bad, but unfortunately not good enough. Hamilton gives the ball off to Lee, and it's another crack for Lee. And that's one thing, he just cannot finish at the moment, Lee. And he's had a couple of decent chances today, but can't quite take them. Who has gave it back to Hamilton. I don't know why there, but he has, and he has kept it. No, not quite. Right, ball coming back forward with Wickham. It's with Matt now, playing the ball off tidily, and we've managed to get the interception this time. But we've gave the ball away. We have gave the ball away, and it's Wickham coming through and bags the goal. Oh! One mistake at the back has been costly. A poor pass at the back has cost us that goal, when I think we were odds on to winning this game today, but unfortunately couldn't get the tackling quick enough after the mistake, and that has ended up Wickham bagging a goal. Isherwood hasn't had to make a save today. The only time he had to make a save was that one shot, and unfortunately he doesn't make the save. So we are 1-0 down, and I think we're going to be going out of the FA Cup already. Right then, boys, back underway again as Poley has the ball. We'll send it to Field. If he can use his newfound pace to beat his man, which he has done so, he's got into the box, takes the shot, and it's saved by the keeper. But well done from the man. Right, Longjello to whip the ball in. It's a good cross. Hamilton! Oh my god. That was beautiful play, but unfortunately just goes wide of the post. A beautiful piece of play there from Hamilton. I do think if it was on target, the keeper had it covered. But that was so close. Good effort, son. What a challenge, son. What a challenge by Nottingham there, as Field has the chance to run the field, and he is doing so. He can beat Jones for pace, I know that for a fact, and he has done so. He's into the box again, and it's a good save by the keeper again. And that is how the game ends. One last attack there from Field, just wasn't able to back the finish, and it does end up as losing the game off of literally one mistake at the back in the 83rd minute. And it does mean that unfortunately we are out of the FA Cup. But well done to that man for bagging himself the goal. And here we are, post-match interview. Let's see what they've got to ask us today. Right, did you miss a chance to progress today? Yes, 100%. We couldn't have done much more, that's true say. But a youngster, Jaden Guest, won man of the match today. I don't know why, because he was better in the last match than he was today. But does that push you to promote your other youngsters? He's set a standard at the end of the day. If he's got man of the match today, I'm not going to take him off the field in the next game to bring Clark back and just get whoever that was back to full fitness. And it's another 4-week injury that we have picked up with Joe Pritchard, the man, getting a sprained knee. And here we go. Dan Martin, I forgot to bring him on the field, didn't I? Oh no, right, never mind. I'll just say not the right game. And Nottingham, you put in a good effort, son. Just like I say, one mistake at the back was what cost us. Right, so just before we go into the third and final game, we have this one against Port Vale. We have a press conference. Let's see what they've got to ask us before the up-and-coming game. How will we cope without Pritchard? We do it easily every other game, so we've got an excellent squad. Secondly, we have, can this squad keep you up? I'm very optimistic. The whole squad is playing well at the minute. I reckon we'll easily stay up this season. How will you approach the game? We'll focus on the performance like we always do, boys. So let's get into this game. And here we go, boys. Under the lights at home of the WAM Stadium. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully put in a decent performance today. Hopefully get back to winning ways as we did in the first game of the league season. We're back into the league. Let's go and get it. No fucking competitions now to keep us occupied. Let's get it. It's now time for Buttersworth to come forward, and an easy interception again by the man of the match in the last game. And I'd probably give him man of the match for the first game as well, to be fair. As the ball comes into Harrison, Baba Fernandez struggles to keep up with him, and he's managed to beat his man, and it's a good effort at goal, and it's very luckily saved there by Savin. Ball played long. Hamilton wins the header, but doesn't play a decent enough pass to find one of his teammates. It's now with Buttersworth. Guest has been caught a little bit on the front foot there, and now it's into the box and shot, and it's a good save by Savin. We'll cover this side, nicely done, and that was nicely done in the middle as well by Lee, I think it was, to intercept that, but Poli has it. If we can find a ball now over the top by Lowe to Field, and he has done so. Field to cut inside, and he's done well, and it's a good effort at goal as well. Right, Field again to whip a corner in. It's to the front post, and it's in! It's managed to find its way into the back of the net. I don't know who it is. It's Hamilton, who nearly bagged himself a header at the end of the last game. Has managed to bag it this time. Has he stuck it between the keeper, the post, and the defender on the post, and it's trickled, I think, over the line in the end. It's a good cross again by Field. It's a good position taken by Hamilton, and it's through the legs of the defender. What's the point in having a man on the post if he's going to leave his legs open for the ball to go through? It's into the back of the net. It's poor by the defender. In the end, he really should have been doing better there, but Hamilton has managed to bag himself a goal. We've looked dangerous from corners in the past couple of games, and now we've managed to bag ourselves a goal from one. Hamilton, not many mistakes that man makes in the middle, but he has done one there, and it's a good tackle in the end by Lee to get us the ball back. McConville plays a beautiful cross ball there to Field, who gets on his bike at the end of that, and now to try and beat Walkers, can take the shot. It's off the bar. Another good effort by the man who just has not got the look at the moment to put a goal in the back of the net. Lee's done well this time to get the ball back, and again it's been intercepted. Holden to come forward. Hamilton hasn't managed to get the interception, but Rich has, and it's now with Guest, who is charging forward again, and there's a lot of space at the back. If someone wants to make a run, it's to Field again. This time he bags one. There we go, space and time at the back. There was only a matter of time it would take this man to get himself a goal, because at the end of the day, he's had so many chances so far that he's not managed to put in the back of the net since we've been playing. And he's managed to bag that one right into the far corner. And it's a beautiful finish. We're 2-0 up just before half-time. That was literally the last kick of the game, boys. Last kick and a half, shall I say, where we have taken a 2-0 lead. Field bagging himself a goal to add to his tally this season. Obviously his first one, I'm pretty sure, since we've taken over the club. But Hamilton managing to bag a header where we've constantly looked a little bit more dominant in today's episode from corners. Looked quite promising, and we've managed to finally bag a goal from one. But only thing is, we have to keep pushing, boys. We have to keep pushing as much as we can and not let up. Field has had a couple of chances. Didn't realise at the start of this game that Port Vale were actually bottom of the table, but turns out they are, and that shows why we should be having 3 points out of this game. And it shows some of the silly mistakes, because they switched off at the end of that half, which is I think why we ended up scoring that goal. But I can't complain, we're in the lead. Right, and we're into the second half. Let's hope for a bit more of the same, boys. If not, a little bit more out of you, if we can. As Field can slide a ball round the back to Poli, who can find a ball inside to Lowe, and straight off of the bat. 2 minutes into the second half, Poli has got himself an assist. The Italian Stallion doesn't go a game without providing something. Obviously in the last game he did, but league game, let's say. He's managed to provide an assist here as Field has been on fire today. Slides a beautiful ball into Poli, who finds Lowe, who smashes it into the bottom corner. No chance for the keeper in the end, as it was a bit too low and hard. He probably should have done a bit better there, to be honest, because it wasn't right in the corner. But who cares? We're 3-0 up. Right, ball whipped into the area. It is headed-ish away, but it's coming straight back at us. McConville has managed to get that, and it's back into the box again. I'm pretty sure he was offside there. Tried to slide a ball into Field, but couldn't quite do so. Field is now the man tracking back, and it's played poorly anyway, that pass, as we'll send it now to McConville into Lee. If we can find a ball over the top to Lowe, and we have done so, it's a headed effort at goal in the end by Lowe, but it's saved by the keeper. It's played inside and it's intercepted, and now it's with Field, who can probably carry us back up the field, and he has. Look at that for pace. Look at that for an injection of pace from the young man as he comes forward, beats his second man as well, takes the shot, and he hits the post with it. Lee has it, and it's not a bad effort at goal either from that position, but it's saved by the keeper and sent out for a corner. Right, corner for Port Vale is played short as Lee comes out to try and defend against it. He can't quite do so, but it is intercepted by Field, and he's had the muscle to keep off his man as well. If he's got the pace to beat that man, he has. Has he got the pace to beat the other? Of course he has, but has he got the strength to hold off the other? Right, Addy takes the shot and it's over the bar. That is full time, boys. A beautiful way to end the episode. A 3-0 win against Port Vale. Don't get me wrong, they are at the bottom of the table. But that, I think, shows the courage from the boys and whereabouts we should be this season. We shouldn't be near the drop zone. We beat the side at the beginning of the episode that were in 21st. 1-0, and we beat the guys in 24th 3-0, so we shouldn't be in that drop zone this season. We really shouldn't. But Hamilton Field had an absolute amazing game today. He took over from Poli today, he really did. He absolutely killed it, and yeah, just very, very good all over the park from the boys today. Very well done. Here we go, boys. Post-match interview for the last game. Let's see what we have to say. Will you miss Pritchard out in long term? I don't think so with the way that team's just played. I'm not going to lie to you. A routine win today. Are you satisfied? I want to be consistent. Exactly. That's the exact thing that we want to do. We need to be consistent with our play. Were you surprised by how comfortable a victory that was? With the way it started, definitely. They looked very dangerous at the start of the game. And the start of the, halfway through to the end of the second half as well. But there was a couple of mistakes they made that gave us the goals. And here you see player chats. We have Sean McConville coming back saying he probably could have contributed more. But at the end of the day, mate, it was a 3-0 win. So for the team, that was very well done. And Joseph Field saying, really pleased you picked me, boss. I feel like I could be... this could be a big boost for my career. Well, you're not leaving us. You're not allowed. So, yeah, well done, lad. Because that was a performance and a half. And thought I'd take a little bit of a look at how the players are progressing at the moment. So Toby Savin has gone up 2 this so far this season. Isherwood has gone up 1. We've got Rich, who has gone up 1 as well. Baba Fernandez has gone up 2. Harvey Rogers hasn't actually moved. And then we've got Proctor, who hasn't moved. We've got Farmey and Astley, who have both gone up 1. Nottingham has gone down 2. Guest hasn't moved, but he's literally only just come to the club, so I'm not too surprised about that. We have Harry Perrett, who is gone up 2 as well. We've got Clark, who has gone up 1. Dan Martin, who has gone up 1. Connolly has gone down 3. Liam Coyle has gone up 1. Nolan's gone up 1. Longello's gone up 1. Sean McConville has gone down 3 as well. Sangare has gone up 1. Tommy Lee has gone up 1. Ethan Hamilton has gone up 2. No movement from Morgan. Sean Wally, shall I say, has gone down 3 as well. Joseph Field has gone up 2. Joe Pritchard has gone up 1. Nicolo has gone up 2. Adidonyan has gone up 1. Torre has gone up 1. Lowe's gone up 1. And Delfonso hasn't moved. But let's have a look at the stats from this man. He's played 8 games for us so far. And he's scored 4 goals, assisted twice. That is one hell of a turnaround. I'm sorry, but he is killing it. 3 goals in League One for Field now after that contribution. Obviously, I think that was his first one in playing for us as the manager. But that was a very good start to the season. And also Guest, who so far 2 appearances, 2 appearances in the league, 2 clean sheets. And he got an assist to his name as well. So you can't complain at that, can you? And also, obviously, in the FA Cup, if it wasn't for a mistake off of one of the centre-backs, he probably would have had a clean sheet in that one as well. But so far, 2 games in the league, 2 clean sheets. There's just no way I can bring Clark back in at this point. Not right now, anyway. Obviously, he's had 20 appearances and had 4 clean sheets. So far, Guest has only had 2 games and he's half of the way there. So I really can't afford to take him off at the moment because he is killing it. And I'm very happy that I've ended up signing him. I'm not going to lie to you, boys. But that is where we're going to end today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. And I'll catch you in the next episode, boys. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The 0 gravity keeps